One man, one chair, one pit bull with zero regard for property laws, and a backyard brawl that's about to make your Tuesday look like nap time at a retirement home. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this gets absolutely unhinged. It started like any normal day. Our hero, let's call him Steve, heads next door to grab a chair. Casual, simple, zero drama. Just a guy borrowing furniture like a good neighbor. He's probably thinking about lunch, maybe what's on Netflix tonight. You know, normal human thoughts. What he's not thinking about is that he's about to enter the Thunderdome. But as Steve returns to his car, he notices something off. The gate is wide open, and standing right there, ready to make this the worst errand of his life, is a pit bull. Not wagging its tail, not sniffing the grass, just staring like it's guarding Fort Knox, and Steve just triggered the alarm. Most people would run. Steve? Steve had a chair, and apparently a black belt in backyard wrestling nobody knew about. The dog charges. Steve blocks with the chair like he's a gladiator in ancient Rome, trying to push this furry freight train back inside. But wait! Plot twist! A second dog joins the party. Smaller, darker, equally unhinged. Now it's a 2-on-1 match. This is officially the most unfair boss fight in gaming history, and Steve's footing gives out. They're on the ground now. The pit bull attacks. They're rolling around like this is WWE SmackDown, except nobody bought tickets and there's no referee. It's man versus muscle, fur versus fight or flight. And somehow, this absolute legend manages to lock the dog in a chokehold. Yes, you heard that right. A literal rear naked choke on a pit bull. Joe Rogan would be proud. What follows is a dramatic fight for survival. This isn't a UFC bout. This isn't a training session. This is one man, one pit bull, and a backyard octagon made of pure adrenaline. Steve's moving like a cage fighter. He locks in, he's got control, and against all odds, he dominates. He pins the dog, not with brute force, with strategy. He's buying time, thinking, calculating his next move like a chess master in the world's most terrifying game. Bleeding, bruised, but still in control, Steve drags the dog back toward the gate. But the fight isn't over. The pit bull breaks free, no hesitation. It lunges and sinks its teeth into Steve's leg. At this point, most people would tap out, call it quits, accept defeat. Steve? He grabs the dog by the ears and stares it down like a cowboy in a Wild West showdown. This man is built different. Steve regains control again. He scans the area hoping for backup. Nothing. No neighbors. No dog whisperers. No animal control. Just him and the beast. He's breathing heavy, bleeding, but focused. And then he lifts this 60-pound muscle machine, carries it inside, and yes, throws it into the pool. The pit bull's probably thinking, wait, what just happened? Steve slams that gate shut like he's closing the door on this entire nightmare. Gate closed, dog contained, man limps to his car, patches himself up, and later speaks calmly to reporters like he didn't just survive a nature documentary gone wrong. One chair, now retired. One pit bull, now wet and confused. One man, slightly bitten but fully legendary. One neighborhood now very alert about open gates. But let's be real for a second. This incident sparked serious concern. Where were the dog's owners? How did two aggressive dogs get loose? And why should Steve have to fight for his life while trying to return a chair? This man's a hero, but he shouldn't have had to be a gladiator in his own driveway. The debate over responsible ownership of large, potentially dangerous dogs just got real. Thanks to Steve's quick thinking and bravery, this didn't end in tragedy, but it could have. And that's the scary part. Secure your gates, people. Train your dogs. Be a responsible owner. Because not everyone has Steve's survival instincts. Want more stories where ordinary people go full action hero before breakfast? Smash that like button. Drop a comment for the man who choked out a pit bull with a chair. And subscribe to Wildlife Life, where survival instincts meet suburban chaos. Because apparently, borrowing furniture is an extreme sport now. Stay safe out there.